Alright guys, we're back for another video. This time it's something kind of like a rough opening. I've already opened everything to make sure it's there, but getting ready to switch the G8's ECU over to a different system because I'm still on a stock ECU, and I'm honestly kind of tired of running, a bunch of add-ons, and I'm talking boost controllers, widebands, all that stuff that should and could be incorporated into one, because you're constantly doing added fuses or whatever the case may be. Usually it's added fuse or OBD2. Like, for example, 2 Aeroforce gauges, they're off of OBD2. This is an added fuse that comes off this. Then my boost controller that's over here in the glove box on the top is powered through another added fuse. So you start getting to the point where you're adding so much. I don't really like that, or have just one system run at all. So I am switching to, and I know a lot of people go with Holley, however I want to be a little bit different. I made some phone calls and did some research myself, but Holley wasn't too accommodating to me. I'm sure maybe it's just a luck of the draw type of thing, or someone just wasn't having a good day. But the guy that I spoke to was just trying to upsell me, and it was very obvious. I mean, I tried buying a Dominator ECU, but then he turned around and wanted to sell me 2 of their, I think, 7-inch screens. It was all in the quote. 7-inch screens. He said I only could have Holley sensors. I couldn't have no other sensors like OEM or anything like that. So I kind of just nixed it right there, and I called Haltech. Haltech was obviously what I went with here. You can see the Haltech sticker. Haltech was way more accommodating. I mean, they were like, yeah, you can use whatever you want, do whatever you want, cool with us. So, I mean, I ended up getting a Haltech system. First, I bought the R5, and that's a little bit of a problem in itself. I bought the R5, and it was supposed to come with a LSX harness, so that way I could just wire the car how I needed to wire it and pretty much just set it up all pretty. However, they only sent me just the R5, so I'm constantly doing a back and forth thing right now with the company that sold it to me. Haltech saying, can't do anything about it, but yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to make it, not Haltech, but the company that sold it to me is gonna have to make it right, and if they don't, I don't really know what I can do. But these 3 things here I bought semi-used. They were on Facebook, not Marketplace, but a Facebook group for Haltech buy, sell, trade. And a guy ended up not going or not using any of it. He had some stuff come up with family, so he needed to sell it. He gave me a discount, a deal, if you will, and I didn't have to pay any, shipping or anything like that. So that was pretty clutch. But I got a Haltech CAN hub, and if you don't know what a Haltech CAN hub does, pretty much this will jump between different things. So like it can jump from, if you have an ECU, for example, it has a CAN wire. So it's these little 4-pin Deutsch connectors. I think they're DTM4s, but pretty much you plug into one. So that, say for example, the ECU would go into this one, and then from ECU you can go to a screen, you can go to another one of these hubs, and then you can jump and say use this on like a keypad or whatever the case may be. You can just keep jumping around. But sorry, the train went by. So, but yeah, you can jump, from ECU to another CAN hub to a keypad to a screen to and you can just keep going down the line. I mean, they've got PD16s you can put in, which is a power distribution module. You can do all types of stuff. But I got from this gentleman on Facebook, and all this stuff's already been opened just to verify, but got some dog hair in there. But this is their Haltech's keypad. This is a 2x4, I'm sorry. 8 keys total. But you can take this and you can, set it up for, and I'll set this right here for now. But you can set that up and do You know, if you want your fans to run for a while, you can press it once and they'll stay on. You could do, you know, different modes in terms of boost. So you do 1, 2, and 3 for, you know, say 750 horse, 1,000 horse, 1,300 horse. You can do all types of different things, but I mean, they send you a pack of stickers and they're all pretty funny. Enable swearing module, flux capacitor, you know, you got some Mario stuff, nuke, just send it, go baby go. Start stops, you can do that also. Diff pumps, power steering pumps, traction control, which is going to be clutch, horn, because this is primarily used as a whole ECU slash BCM swap, so you can technically use a Nexus R5 to power this whole car in terms of lights, anything, ABS, you know, you can do the whole car can be controlled this way. But, you know, you got N2 arm, cruise, downshift, which you can do if you're air shifted. I believe you can do it other ways too, but I'm not sure. Low beam, boost, anti-lag that can be set up, bump, creep, data log, staging, launch, burnout, wipers, turn signals, park, reverse, neutral drive, don't panic, warp speed, middle finger extender. So they got some funny ones in there, but this is that CAN cable I was telling you guys about. Let me snatch one of these out. Yeah, so pretty much, you know, you would jump from here. Yeah, no. You would jump from here, have plugged, and you can jump this to, you know, kind of anything. So, pretty nice. But we'll put this back in here real quick. Throw the stickers in. I mean, these stickers, they're 3M back too. I mean, just touching them, you can tell that they're not like cheap. You know, like most stickers, you can tell they're like, nah. They don't do very well, whatever the case may be. But yeah, the whole keypad itself feels really smooth. I mean, I know it doesn't do justice, but actually while we're doing this, so this keypad in the G8 is actually going to go right down here. So basically, keypad's going to be right there. Make up a little cubby for it. Nice. Make up a little cubby for it, and then, yeah, it'll be good to go. So, yeah, there's a couple companies that make cubbies down there with selector switches and stuff, so I will be doing that. Just put that back in there, close this up, and then this next item I really needed. I guess I didn't have to have it, but if you don't have this, I feel like you're not completing the system kind of thing. And it is, let me pull this out a little bit, get this lined up. So when you open it, it says warning, performance enhancing technology inside. You flip it open, and I mean, Haltech's boxes are so nice compared to Holly 2, which is wild. I know that's hard for a lot of people, but this is a UC-10. This will be the dash that is going to be replacing the G8's OEM dash. And as you can see, it's got all these plugs. It's got a CAN cable. I guess let me show you real quick, 'cause it's kind of heavy. It's thick metal, kind of clutch. It's not cheap, obviously, but give me 1 second. Let me get in the car. But as I'm back in the car here, let me. Obviously, it's sitting kind of low right now because you got the plastic up there. But with a Mako Motorsports dash, it will be recessed into the dash how you normally would. So everything where this plastic is, basically actually where the back plate is, this plastic comes up. So it's like I'm nowhere close to that ring that's in there. It'll be on this back wall. So the dash looks huge in comparative to that, but it'll be like pretty much these corners will be cut off. So the dash that Mako sells, it'll cut right there, and it'll cut, you know, right here. So those are the only spots, and the screen's not even, screen ends here. I don't know if you guys can see that kind of, but the screen ends here, goes around right there. But yeah, the dash will be in there. So OEM cluster will come out, new dash will be inserted. Talking about the screws up here, this will come out, new dash, the screen will go in, and the new screen is pretty dope. You can customize it however. I actually plan on customizing it to look just like the OEM one on one of the, because you can do multiple screens, if that makes sense. So you can cycle through and choose different screens. So when you do that, you know, you just press a button, and I think the buttons are in this box. I'm not going to open up that box. It comes with a couple little things, but you press those buttons and say, you know, you can have your first screen can be, you know, the OE screen, or however you want it set up, can be that screen. The second screen can, for example, be like a race screen, where it shows you all your parameters, everything that you need, boost. Basically, like, it takes it away from a OE look to a, this is all the parameters I could possibly need look. Or you could do, you know, a picture of whatever. I mean, you can, the possibilities with it are endless. I mean, you can go on Facebook and look up Haltech dash customization, and you can see how people are customizing them. Custom needles, custom pictures, custom backgrounds, custom everything. And then the last item is the Nexus R5. And this, actually this isn't the last item, but the Nexus R5 is going to be, and I'll show you this too. I'm not gonna pull it out and put it up there. It's kind of a lot of work to do, but the Nexus R5, this is not flimsy. I mean, it kind of is, but I'm gonna take this and either put ABS plastic or a piece of metal that's slightly raised and do the Nexus R5 up on here, so that way, you know, you can run the wire and just cut up like a hole saw right back there, run power wire, hole saw right there, ground wire, and you can run it all the way down along the door, pillars, and train. And you can pretty much go from there. Ignore the leaves, it was a bunch of leaves got in here, but go up that pillar like I said, come up across, and then go behind and through to the battery. So it'll be in there. ECU can control boost controller, so boost controller will come out of there, it'll be gone, and it'll do everything that I could possibly need. So you'll have anti-lag, two-step, you know, possibilities are quite literally endless with the R5, R3, with basically anything Haltech in my eyes. I went with this over a Rebel because I know I would need a lot more. I plan on doing a lot more, and that's just the way I wanted it done. If you guys watch, so like, for example, I'm going to be doing a TH400. I've got a TH400 sitting right there. TH400 it's got a manual reverse valve body in it, so I will have to shift by myself. However, M&M transmissions, they make a shifter that is air shifted, very clean. Motion makes one too. There's a couple different companies that make them, and I am going to get one of M&M's shifters. They're cleaner in my eyes than Motion. Nothing against Motion, but I like M&M's a little bit more. And with the Haltech can shift for you, so you can set it up to shift basically a manual transmission. So I can have it on air, which I've got an air compressor and tank in this car. So I mean, plenty of air for boost and for shifting. So that will be nice. And then this here is for the UC-10, so for the dash. It's gonna have, I'll probably end up looming it, but this is just the UC-10 and the Haltech R5. The R5 can control, you know, anything 25 amp, 8 amps. It's got a bunch of selectors on it, AVIs, DPIs, all types of stuff. This dash can control some things too, sensors. Basically, it can control small stuff also. So sensors, like I said, anything that you can think of for the most part, as long as it's not big draw shit, it can control and take inputs into. So, you know, anything thermo, it can do. Trying to think of some other ones, sensors, travel, basically ride height, blah, 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 blah. It can all do. So that is a custom harness that gentleman also had bought, and I paid him for it. So that will come in clutch also. I don't have to do too much wiring, and all the wiring that I do have to do, it'll be pretty easy. So yeah, we've got the can hub. We've got the Haltech 2x4 keypad. We've got our UC-10 dash, and then we've got our Nexus R5, and I still need to get the LSX wire, but I don't want to order another one until the company figures it out. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you watching the video. This will be the Nexus R5 UC-10 video. Basically, it's just a semi-opening, if you will. I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about it and kind of tell you what's going to go on this winter in terms of ECU, because I'm tired of putting in, you know, this and that. Actually, I guess the one thing I do have too is the R5. I know this is going to sketch a lot of people out. No relays, no fuses. So there's not a single fuse or relay that this needs. It's internally fused, and you can actually go into the NSP software and say, you know, your trans brake, for example, if you only wanted to use 10 amp, you can tell it 10 amp is the maximum fuse and do it, you know, that way. So that will be sweet. But all right, guys, I appreciate you. Catch you in the next one.